So this is all about my life and how I got my confidence, what has been happening to me, and how I overcame that. So as I was growing up, this girl used to talk a lot about my tummy, how I look, my figure, because I used to sell clothes. So she wanted to make sure that I lose the confidence to sell. She would point all the flaws I had. Oh, look at you, this clothes is not fitting you well. I think it would have looked better if you were like this. I'm looking at the girl, I'm like, she's got a bigger tummy than mine. She was telling me that, oh, your tummy is too big. I'm like, what's wrong with her? But guess what? I never said anything to her about her looks, how she looks, because I knew that's her. There's so many reasons why people may look the way they look. Some people have got health issues. Some people have got fibroids, especially women when they've got like big tummies and stuff. So you have to be sensitive when you start criticizing people because of their conditions, how they feel and all that. There may be a medical reason behind it. But she kept on until I said to her, you know what? From this day forward, I'm going to accept my flaws. Even if she points at those flaws, that is not going to trigger me. One day she came and then she was like, oh, this dress doesn't fit you. I said, why? She said, because of your figure. I said, you know what? I love my figure. I love my figure, and this is the perfect figure for me. She was shocked. She thought I was going to say, oh, why are you saying this to me? I said, I love my figure. Can't you see, even when I'm dressing up, I try to dress and hide it if I can, but if I can't, I just leave it the way it is, because I am happy the way it is. And then she said to say something again. I said, but guess what? I think your figure and mine are the same figure, but I've never even criticized you about your figure. What's wrong with you? That day, she stopped. She stopped bullying me about my figure. Why? Because I accepted my flaws. I accepted my flaws, number one. So if you accept my flaws, you can't fight me. No matter what you say, I know that's how I look. Okay? So you can't do anything about it. And then years passed by, got married. I couldn't have children. Now, the biggest bullies came in my life. Well, you should have money because you don't have any children. Such a beautiful woman like you who cannot have children. Why can't you really have children, such a beautiful woman like you? I used to be triggered. I used to cry when I hear those comments, but I realized that I don't need to carry pregnancy to be a mother. How many people call me mother? How many? How many people are waiting for me to send them money for food, to buy clothes, give them shelter? Without that, they are homeless. Am I not a mother? Plus, I say that day, I am not going to cry. No one is going to come and bully me just because they carried a pregnancy and I didn't carry a pregnancy. I have got children. What's the difference? She was blessed because she carried the pregnancy. I didn't, but I've got children. This is not new. There are people who do surrogacy. Are they no mothers? They are. Okay? What's the difference? I'm a mom. I told myself that, you know what, Thandi? If you are going to have children, it's okay. If you are not going to have children, it's still okay, because some people may not have children. So I prepared myself. I told myself that whatever comes my way, I'm okay with it. And I bless God for that decision. I cannot change it. That's me. That's what it is. If children is a blessing, God will bless me. If it's not going to happen, I'm okay. There's so many things that God has blessed me with. So many. So I don't have to be upset. I remember there's a time when I said, you know what? God doesn't exist. I don't even want to hear about anything like that. God, all this God, if God was existed, I would have children of my own. But I realized that there are other things in my life that I have to thank God for, besides having children. There are so many things that God has fought for me, has provided for me, has made me. I said God was not going to give me this situation if He was not going to use it. I had those words one day. I said, God cannot give me a situation that He cannot use. So this situation is for someone to hear it, to be encouraged. Okay? So someone to hear this and get encouraged, that you may not be able to have children or you may have them, but that's still okay. But remember, the children all over the world who are looking for mothers, you don't have to carry pregnancy to be a mom. I accepted that and I'm good with it. No one will come to me and tell me that, oh, you don't have any children. By the time I finish their sentence, they'll feel sorry for themselves. Because I'm a mom. Okay? Being a mom doesn't mean I have to carry pregnancy. There is so much involved. My time, my finances, my effort, anything and everything. I'm a mom. When mothers are being asked to stand, I've always stood up. Because I've always taken the role. Regardless that I didn't carry any pregnancy. So I accepted it and the bullies walked away. They walked away. Right. I got divorced. And then they came back. And I told myself that, you know what? I cannot force someone to be with me. Marriage is not a war zone where we have to fight to see how we can fight for things to be okay. If things are not working, I'll leave. Okay? If someone feels I'm not the right person for them, fine. It's still okay. I agreed to that. I was happy with that decision. I said, you know what? That's what it is. It's love. It's not forced on anyone. The minute someone just chooses someone over me, that's it. The minute someone says they want to walk away, we are not compatible, that's still okay. I accepted that. And I am at peace with that situation. And from that day forward, any person who comes in my life and they just exit, good. I don't even shed a tear. I always say, God, thank you for the time that they've been with me. I learned a few things. That lesson that you wanted me to learn, I have it. I'll share it. I'll use it. That's what I will say. I will never force someone to love me. No. It's reciprocal. You love me, I love you back. It's as simple as that. I told myself that lesson and I live by it. When I got divorced, I cried, guys. You should have seen me when I was happening. I was crying. I was like, Lord, why did this happen? And all that. You start thinking you changed your name to someone's name and now you need to change it back. Such is life. Yes, those things are bound to happen and that's life. And I wish that person well wherever he is. Sometimes I was so upset, but now I said, you know what? He had the right to choose what he wants. And I said, Lord, wherever he is, bless him. Bless him. Anything that he's done in my life, I appreciate. And I pray that God is going to increase whatever he wants, whatever he desires is over. We had our own share. We had our own differences. It didn't work. I'm good. Right? I love marriage if it's done with a purpose and with a vision. Right? I am not going to be saying as long as someone gets married, I'll get married. Marriage is not something that people can just rush into and just marry. No. There should be a vision and a purpose. Why are you getting married? But when someone doesn't love me, I can force them. It's difficult to force someone to love me. It doesn't make sense. Because love is love. It's that's how they feel about me. And I feel the same. But if that love is not there anymore, there's no point. It doesn't make sense. So I accepted that part. I said, you know what? Yes. So I owned my confidence by accepting who I am. Any situation that has happened to me, I accept it. That's me. That's what it is. I can't change it. And people will go around saying things about me. And I say it myself. That's why in my videos I throw things here and there so that people know exactly who I am. Because you find that people who claim to know you that much go out there telling people things that are not correct. When it comes to my life, what's happening in my life, the divorce, not having children, how I look, I love that I'm getting old and God has blessed me with life. I thank God for every single year for the time that I have. And I'm thankful. So no one can say anything that is negative about me. They can say it, but it don't affect me. Imagine on the social media spaces. People come, they comment about your lips, they comment about your hair, they comment about your face, they comment about how you look. Those are the things that I mastered before I even came on the social media spaces. I'm so confident that I can wake up from my bed and put the camera on and start talking. That's me. I don't need to put, sometimes I put a filter, sometimes I don't. So I'm just confident. That's me. That's what you need. And you will never be triggered. People will come and say things, but once you have accepted that that's who you are and you cannot change the situation, you're done. You've won the war. That's it. That's it. Acceptance. Acceptance is the key. That's who you are, and you cannot be triggered. No one can trigger you. When you listen to this video, I want you to revisit those areas that makes you cry. And tell yourself, I can't change this. If you can't change it, there's nothing you can do. Just accept it. If you can change it, then change. If you can't change it, you need to learn to accept it. Ask God to help you to accept the situation, like I did. I accepted everything that has happened in my life. I said, Lord, you cannot give me a situation that you'll never use. I know this is happening in my life is for a reason, so that I will strengthen someone who needs it. And this is why I have done this video. I want you to share it with anyone who is struggling with anything in my life or anything that's relevant to what I've shared, to learn to accept it. Because God will never give you a situation that you will never use. It's for the benefit of someone who's going to hear your story. Guys, thank you so much. I wanted to share this video, comment, like, and subscribe. You take care for now. Bye.